One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports.
Let's go. After surviving the war in Vietnam, we on to our next candidate. We playing Louisville in the Battle of the Hens. Actually, the Battle of the Birds, because the Cardinal ain't a hen. But the Battle of the Birds in the Louisville Stadium push is rocking immediately. Hold on. They might be 6-4, but they still rocking for their squad. We just going to start off our drive with a simple run. You know what I'm saying? We going to get some more going in the offensive game, but I ain't going to lie. Hey, dealing with some of these ACC road opponents that we have, I think we gotta play Duke. They'll be better than Dale. The candidate was wide open on that, definitely wide open on that road. But dealing with some of these road ACC opponents that we have at the end of our schedule is definitely gonna be a difficult stretch of games. But here we go, finding Handy right there, picking up the first down. But we can't worry about none of that. We got to go undefeated the rest of the year if we want a chance at the playoffs. Right now, we're the 18th seed. If we would have won that North Carolina game, we definitely would have been in the playoffs. We would only have one loss. North Carolina right now, I think they in the playoffs just because of that one win. He tried to Superman dive his way for a first down. We just on the no huddle, but I don't know if that's a good decision because the stadium post might counter that. But let's go ahead. I was able to get the playoff. Let's see if it works. I guess Louisville Stadium Bus ain't that crazy. Let's go ahead, hit Bogger, you know what I'm saying, get the first. But nah, this last stretch of games that we got, I think we at Louisville, I think we at Duke. So some of these ACC opponents at the end, they're trying to play spoiler of our college football playoff hopes, and we're not going to let that happen. They got a crabs in the bucket mentality. They don't want to see one ACC team succeed. They want to bring us down as a conference candidate. Go ahead and get a couple more yards on that. Let's see. We gotta design some more plays for candidate, man. Y'all know the rising freshman star. He's been balling this whole last couple of games, and we gonna design a play for him. Let's do the swing. Let's see somebody get him a blocker. Yeah, that's enough to get a first though. Let's go. Talk that. But now let's keep it moving. Let's go ahead. The stadium post is not backing down even after all these first downs we get it. Let's see, Boyd can really scramble it, though, if you're going to give him all that room, and he's going to be able to get a first out of that. Let's go, Boyd. And I think we also got to do a better job of getting Boyd some more run plays. We got a couple run plays in the playbook, but I ain't going to lie, we got to really utilize that aspect of Boyd. You know what I'm saying? I think he can throw the ball. He can do all that decently, but his main archetype is running the ball. And why they want to play, why they got USC beating UCLA like that? That's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Especially not in real life because the Bruins is back. Y'all saw my last video. The Bruins is back. Hold on, Handy. Give him a couple of yards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they trying to play with us on the Dynasty. They know it's big USCK. But so let's go ahead. 3rd and 3. This is a critical 3rd and 3. I don't want a field goal here. I want to set the tone with a touchdown. Let's go ahead. There you go, Handy. Finally playing football. He finally becoming a football player. Let's go. Let's keep this drive going, man. But yeah, Handy finally playing a football player. At first, he was acting like a basketball player, but now he's come to his senses. He's now a football player. So let's go ahead. Let's get the play action going. That's a dime. Let the band play. Carl Cross sets it off with the first touchdown for the Hens, man. We can't get upset here. We got to run the table. If we want any chances at the playoffs, we can't lose a game. You know what I'm saying? ACC championship. I ain't gonna lie, the ACC is stacked this year for some reason. SMU, North Carolina, Clemson. So it might be hard to get into the ACC championship, but if we win out, we got a chance to make it into the playoffs. We can go ahead and get the ball back. This Louisville Stadium bus is not giving up, but we at the 1 yard line. What type of horrendous field position is that? But Kennedy able to squeak a couple yards out of that. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's get them set up with that swing pass again. If somebody could get a blocker, that would be a critical, crazy play. I think we can get a hell of yards out of that play. There we go. We finally got some blockers. Hold on, Kennedy, making something happen. There we go. They finally blocked. Let's get it. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. That's how we're going to end off the first quarter, too. We definitely can't get upset by any of the teams in our remaining schedule. You know what I'm saying? We try to make that playoff push. Really, we dominated on the statistic-wise. We dominated. We should be up by more, and we going to make sure we get a touchdown right here. No field goals. Let's get it. Let's go. And I ain't going to lie, our biggest ops, SMU, they actually doing pretty good with Geo Dunn. I think their only loss has been Clemson. I mean, everybody has been losing to Clemson. So I think their only loss is to Clemson. And they still in the playoff picture. I ain't gonna lie. So we definitely got to make the playoffs, and that was sat on. I ain't gonna lie. That was clamps. With that Mosby, yeah, he definitely put him on clamps. But let's go ahead. Let's set some better than that. We gonna try to go to this drag right here, get a couple yards, set up a more manageable third down. We know the stadium post is gonna be rocking for this third down. So like in practice, we had the boys ready. I ain't gonna lie, we was simulating like that. We had these crazy speakers. We was playing Mo Bamba, we was playing all that at max volume, and that's a dangerous pass. And for only a couple of yards, that was definitely a dangerous pass for only a couple of yards. I don't know what I was thinking there. Did not need to put in a harm's way. Let's just take the punt right here. Yep, they're going to go ahead fair catch it. Let's see if our defense can do anything. And the defense only give up a field goal, so we got to go ahead and make up for that. Let's go ahead and get a touchdown right here. That was a bad possession. Last time out. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Damn, Handy. I ain't going to lie. The offensive tackle was not trying to block for you. But let's go ahead. They need to put Candidate back in the game. There he is. Candidate back in the game. Now, see, he's just a way better receiving threat than Handy is. Let's see. Nobody. Oh, wait. X is wide open. We really had both of them wide open. Easy first down, but X was really wide open. I ended up taking 0, but X was definitely wide open. Let's go ahead. Really, that whole middle of the field been wide open, and that's what we gonna expose right here. Let's see. Let's see if we can get the 0 route again. Oh, no. I go to the deep route. I really should have went to the 0 route, and that's broken up. I went for the Hail Mary. I was trying to get the fortune. I should have just took the change. I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to get a fortune. I should have took some change. But let's go ahead. Let's get the run game going. Let's get it. Give it back to Canada. Hold on. I think they pressing a little too much, though. They're pressing a little too much for my liking. We still got one of the better receivers in the country out there. Let the band play Hens. And he hitting the Heisman, too. Talk to him. Go ahead. That's how you strike again. That's how you make it happen again. Let's go. Willie, after he got boxed up in one of them routes, we just said, hold on, let's just go with the all goals. You know what I'm saying? It was pressing a little too much for my liking. I told him back up, and Willie now hitting the Heisman on us. I ain't gonna lie, that's definitely one of the best wide receivers in the country. They definitely need to put some respect on his name. Been one of the best receiving threats for 2 years now. But let's go ahead. Let's get the run game going. Louisville was able to get a field goal out of that. But hold on, there's a wide open grass. Nobody, if he had a little bit more speed, he would have been gone. There was nobody there. They finally blocked for him. Let's go. Hold on. And now y'all seeing the potential of Candidate. Let's see what Candidate can do. Hold on, Candidate. He not trying to get tackled. I ain't gonna lie, he moving like Le'Veon Bell. You know what I'm saying? Handy and Nordine. You know what I'm saying? They're more like a bruiser running back. He's like a Le'Veon Bell type of running back. But let's go ahead. Just pick a couple yards out of that. Really, that play was kind of slow because I should have got out of bounds. But let's go ahead. They're going to let me get a play off in the no huddle. Let's hurry up, hike the ball. Center, hike the damn ball. There we go. All right. I'm sitting in the pocket. Again, I'm glad that was broken up. Should we go for it or just put it on the good foot? I think we going to go for it. 4th and 5, we going for it, man. Don't ask me why we going for it. We just going for it. I trust the offense too much to not put them out there, and there we go. We going to pick that up. We won another score before the half. I don't like that it's just a one-possession game in this game. We still trying to make a statement to the committee. Really, we trying to blow everybody out because trying to make a statement to the committee. If we throw the ball, that was nearly picked off if he ain't just block it. I don't know what the hell I was looking at. That was definitely damn near picked off. But let's go ahead. Let's see if we can get Cuz on the wheel route. Can we get Cuz on the nod? Let me just take the Dresser. What a catch. Good deal. Call a timeout. What a catch. Hey, over 99 contested catch. Give Carl Cross a 99 contested catch after that. Goodness. I ain't gonna lie. Boy threw a hospital ball. Let's go ahead. Let's see. There we go. Now we're using the legs of boy. Let's go ahead. Just get down and we're going to set up an easy field goal. Hey, I knew going for it on fourth was the right call. Now we can make it a 2-possession game before that half. Let's get it. We got to create some separation from these Louisville Red Hens. I don't know who they think they are. They think just because they're a bird that they can compete with us. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it works. Let's go ahead. We back on offense, and they got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Hold on. They just made it a game. Wait a second. Defense. That only happened in under a minute. We got to get it together. Let's go. There we go. Handy get a couple yards. Let's see. We're in that shallow cross again. Luckily, we can get Candidate back in the game for that. There's been a Chico play all year. Let's go. And damn, and this time I went with the wrong option. He met the middle linebacker. No, actually, he met the cornerback. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, cuz it looked like a middle linebacker with that hit. Let's go ahead. This time we actually got the running back open on the same route. First down. Let's go. Let's get to it, man. Boy, actually, he putting together a good game today. I ain't gonna lie. They got C.J. Carr at Louisville now. What the hell? Hold on. C.J. Carr that went to Louisville. Transferred from Notre Dame to Louisville. Why would he do that? But let's go ahead and get out of bounds. Yeah, why would C.J. Carr ever do that in real life? Like, that absolutely makes no sense. But let's go ahead and get the run game going. I think I'm going to give it to Kennedy. See if Kennedy get some blockers. There you go. First down. First down Hens. Look at Clemson. I told y'all, they've been smacking boys around. Just gave Syracuse a 40-piece. Goodness, a 40-piece McNugget with the fries. I ain't going to lie. Clemson 59-17 against Syracuse. But let's go ahead, boy. Almost getting a first down out of just improvising. That's really what we should do again. Really, I'm going to run that play again just so I can have him improvise again. He's dangerous when he's improvising. He's not the best when he's a pocket passer. And that was a risky-ass pass. What the hell, boy? We cannot have that again. Yeah, I know you're blaming yourself on that. Buddy, that was almost a trip to the bench. That was a risky-ass pass. Let's go ahead. Hike the ball again. You got the coach's blood pressure up with that pass. Let's go ahead and do the screen. And I don't even think that's not enough for a first. He made the tackle, but hold on. We might have to do the quarterback sneak. What is going on? It's only 1 yard. It is only 1 yard. Hold on. We got to be able to get this right here. Oh, we got it. Oh, my God. It looked like we didn't get it. Oh, man. Yeah, boy. Flex on them. I ain't going to lie. It looked like we almost didn't get it. The battle of the birds has been crazy. They're trying to make this a full 4-quarter game. There we go, Handy. Let's get the first down out of that. Let's keep it moving out of that. Let's go. Let's get to it. I'm going to do the RPO. I might take it with Boyd. Hold on. No, but I really should have took it with Boyd. I was pump faking. Andy, nobody was blocking for you. You definitely going to have that conversation with your O-line, but the stadium post is back for this 2nd and 10. They're not trying to hear none of this. I throw it down, and that's wrapped up. See, he's an auto-generator. He's a nobody. I thought that was one of our players. Well, let's go ahead. Let's get Carl. I think Carl Cross is going to be open on this route, or we can maybe find Candidate right there. And we don't get a chance to do either of that. The offensive line, part of the professional parlay agents, we're going to have to settle for 3. Damn, we didn't even have the time to even make a selection. Goodness. At first, I was throwing, let me throw the Candidate. Let me throw the Cross. The offensive line not hearing none of that. Don't decide to not block. And again, Louisville done took the lead. Took the lead for the first time. Hold on, I might need to hop back on defense. What is going on defensively? First, we give up a score literally in a minute after the halftime report. Then, after they get the ball and they stop us, they literally score in probably like a minute too. This is getting ridiculous. Let's go ahead. 2nd and 9. We got to make something happen out of this. Our defense they're not following suit. They're not playing to their potential this game. They're trying to put us on upset alert. They send the rushers. Number 10. See, I thought he was an auto-generator. I thought he was a nobody when they gave him the injury timeout. Now he makes a big play. 3rd and 25 for the Hens. I throw it to the wheel right, and that's blitzed. 4th and 25. We going to have to put it on a good foot, and Louisville has never been louder than right now. They putting us on upset alert with only 4 minutes left in the fourth. Hold on. Wait a second. Tackle his little ass. He's not trying to get tackled. I don't care if he's not trying to get tackled. I'm going to have to play defense. Hold on. I'm playing the whole game now. I accidentally pressed X, but let's go ahead. Let's see. Luckily, they held him to just a field goal. We got a chance right here, but we got to get a touchdown right here. We got to get a touchdown. Let's go ahead. Let's see. I'm going to try to hit Willie or one of them on the route. That was a floater. What was I doing? That was lucky I wasn't picked off. I don't know what I saw there. I ain't gonna lie. This stadium would have erupted if he threw a pick on that. He threw it on his helmet. Goodness, in the double coverage, boy. What are we doing? Hold on. The stadium post is rocking now, and rightfully so. I'm not going to be able to get out of that. I'm just going to throw it out. Man, that was 3rd and 10. I ain't going to lie. Louisville was playing the best defense of their life in the second half. I ain't going to lie. First, that stop where we couldn't get into the end zone, making us only get 3. And now right here, they're not playing. Then we had that 3 and out before this, so Louisville's not playing defensively. Let's go ahead, run the play. PA dagger. That's one of the go-tos, and that's picked off. Hold on, is anybody going to get to a boy? Tackle him. That's picked off. I threw it right to the middle linebacker. I might be Ray Charles because that was a blind-ass read. What am I doing? We're going to have to play the full game. Let me go ahead. Get back on defense. Goodness. Now, I might be Stevie Wonder because that was a blind-ass read. What is going on? Let me get there we go. There we go. We blow that up. But I ain't gonna lie. I knew when it was a bird-bird matchup. You know what I'm saying? Louisville and both of their Hens, except one of them is a bird, a regular bird. One of them was a cardinal. But I knew it was like the battle of the birds. I knew this was going to be a close game, but we blowed it up again. Delaware defense is not going for that. We can't give up a touchdown here. They try to get rid of our playoff hopes, bruh. We done came too far to go back to the bottom. When Gio Dunn left us, and that was a pivotal point in this rebuild, but let's go ahead, get the tackle, 4th and goal. CJ Carr just take the check down, and we still got a chance to tie this game up. And really, we might go for 2 if we get the touchdown, but let's see if he makes the field goal first. He make the field goal. It's good. 7-point lead for the Cardinals. Damn, bro, get out the way of the kicker before they give us another flag. What are you doing? Let's go ahead. Man, I ain't gonna lie. After that boneheaded pick that I threw, I ain't gonna lie. We got to get it together. This is getting ridiculous. Louisville is only 6-4. Our other ACC teams that's ahead of us have handled business at Louisville. I don't know what's going on. Duke was one of the first games that they played was at Louisville. They whooped Louisville. It was like 45-7, 45-14, but we struggling with Louisville. Louisville is giving us their best game. They're trying to put us on upset alert. Let's go ahead, throw it, and that's swatted away, bro. These Louisville cornerbacks are not playing no more. They're starting to put the locks on. Wait a second, we got to go to Old Reliable, the wide shallow cross. Let's see if we can get Candidate open, but we can't even get a long enough block for it to work. Man, I ain't gonna lie, no boy's getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated too. Number 75, he's been burnt cheese all game. Man, we got triangle open, but wait a second, can Candidate make that play? He caught it. What a miraculous play by Candidate, a freshman phenom. The freshman phenom makes this play. Might have just saved the Hens season with that. I just threw a loafer. Candidate, what a catch. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, get that man the ball, man. That might be our biggest weapon on the offense right now. Goodness, that play literally might have just saved our season. Can we get some blocking? I ain't gonna lie, we got to hit the transfer portal crazy. This blocking is just not aligning to all the decent teams that got a decent defensive line are just gonna run through us because this offensive line is not holding nothing. But we just set up a great play, but he got blitzed. Oh my goodness, Willie might not be okay after that hit. Goodness, sent Willie a hospital ball. I hope you're paying for his medical expenses because that was a hospital ball. And again, number 75. I ain't gonna lie, number 75 might single-handedly ruin our playoff hopes, literally. 4th and 10. This is it right here, fellas. If we can't get this right here, it's over for our playoff hopes. It's over for being the 18th team in the nation. Let's go. Wait, they're blitzing too much. Why are they blitzing that much? Why are you pressing me? Tramon Willie, one of the best receivers in the country. Let the band play Hens. Ties the game up for the Hens when all hope was lost. When all hope looked lost, Willie was there. Like Superman, let's go. Let the band play Hens. Let's get it. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was over too. Or them defensive ends were getting to the quarterback way too fast. I ain't gonna lie, I almost thought it was over. The cornerbacks was clamping down the whole second half. We ain't had a big play like that since the first half. But I ain't gonna lie, that was the biggest play of the game, and now we gotta get a stop here. We just found newfound life, and now we gotta get a win. It's only right we get a win. There's a great tackle. Let's go. I ain't gonna lie. I told you the momentum from getting new life is different, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. It almost looked like it was over. So now the players that was crying, you know what I'm saying, the defensive players that was probably crying, they thought the season was over. Now they got another chance to make something happen. Let's go ahead. Get the tackle right there. Let's go. Let's get it. Really, I ain't gonna lie. If we get a 3-0, we might actually have a chance to actually get the game-winning field goal if we play this right. And especially if they throw an incomplete pass, we might actually have a chance. Let's see, defense. Y'all been putting clamps on. Y'all put the clamps on last time in the end zone. Let's see, put the clamps on one more time. And nah, they're going to get a first here. Hold on, we got to be lucky we don't give up a score right here, actually. Now we on the defensive end. At first, I was going to think we could just get a punt, but nah. I know the defense ain't been on their A game this whole game, and I barely been playing defense. But that end zone stop, that was because we needed that. I haven't been playing defense, but we needed that stop. There we go. There we go. Hold on, I'm there too. These linebackers from Delaware are finally starting to look like, momentum shifting linebackers. These are the exact linebackers I recruited. It's nice to see that they actually doing what they need to do with a Superman pick. 14, he might be able to take this to the crib. 14, keep going. He taking it to the crib. Let the band play his. Let's go. Khalil Ali. I ain't gonna lie. Superman play of the year and the Superman play to save the Hens season. Oh my goodness, all the Hens fans in attendance, you need to turn up right now. Look at the play. Intercepted Corey just jump in the air like Superman. Super Hen. I ain't gonna lie, that's his new nickname, the Super Hen. Saving the day for the Hens. Let's go. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know how he's able to stay in bounds to get the touchdown. I thought he was actually gonna get tackled. He wanted the whole play. Yeah, really, he could have just slid. I ain't gonna lie. And just wasted their timeouts. But nah, you got to get that play right there. That's the play of his life. I ain't gonna lie. I told you, when we got that 4th and 10 touchdown, the momentum from that just shifted the whole game. You see the cornerbacks doing plays like that. He's probably never played like that in his life. He was really beat on the coverage. He made the play of the year. I ain't gonna play of the year on the defense for real. Let's go ahead. We playing the buzz. Now we can really just play prevent. Louisville still got all 3 timeouts though, so we can't let this get to our head. But it's looking good now. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared, but now it's looking good. Especially after that pick. We looking in the pocket. He looking in the pocket. He ain't finding nobody. That's because I'm playing defense. He checked it down to his running back, and his running back got absolutely flipped. I ain't gonna lie. These linebackers from Delaware are actually starting to hit now. These looking like some SEC linebackers. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing a good job in the recruiting, and some of my linemen and defensive ends are actually getting it together. Way better than when we first started this rebuild. And he was not following his blockers. He actually had some more room on that. But I ain't gonna lie, hey, Willie saved the day and Elise saved the day, but let's not count our hands before they hatch. Let's get a stop right here. There we go. That might be, that should have been another pick. Carr threw a floater. That pressure was getting to him. I was sitting right there in the linebacker. I was sitting right there as the linebacker. I was literally sitting right there. That was almost another one that would have sealed it. But they gonna get a first right here. I wonder when they gonna start using their timeouts. Let's go ahead. Only 25 seconds. We can still play heavy prevent, though, but we can't keep letting them climb up the field. Let's see. We can't worry about that missed pick, but let's go ahead. That's how you wrap up. Andy's not going to get out of bounds. They still not using no timeouts. I don't know what Louisville, y'all better use a timeout. The clock management for Louisville is looking subpar. They had a chance to call a timeout at the 14 seconds, but no, they going to keep it going. They're going to call it at the 11. Let's see what C.J. Carr got. This is probably like super senior C.J. Carr. This is probably – because this is already in like 2020, whatever. There we go. He ain't catch that. Hold on. And that's really better for them. If we would have caught that, they would have had to use their last timeout. But it don't matter. It's going to be a Hail Mary to end it. Let's make sure it's no crazy Cardinal magic. I hope they don't got the voodoo. I hope they're not part of the voodoo warriors. He catches it, but he's... Oh, wait, think he was able to get a timeout off? They got one more play? What type of shit is this? Hold on. They actually got one more play at the 14-yard line. I thought it was over. I didn't think they was going to be able to get a timeout off out of that. Hold on. Let's not play around. Get the tackle. Everybody swarm. Let's go. And we going to walk out of Louis Vietnam with a victory. I ain't going to lie. We going to call this wherever. Yeah, Louis Vietnam. Louis Nam with a victory. Let's go. I ain't going to lie. That was a heart attack game. Goodness. We just lucky we was able to get out of that with a victory. Willie saved the day, but really, I can't even say it was just Willie. That Ali Superman pick at the end of the game, that's really what did it for us. Saved the day. He got the pick in midair on some Matrix shit and then literally was able to glide his way for a touchdown. Game-winning touchdown, bro. Give him a helmet sticker out of that. He really need a roster update. But I'm going to see y'all boys in the next episode. Let's go.